Horrible today. Campi Flegrei. Volcanic crater near Naples hit with strongest earthquake in decades. The strongest earthquake to hit Italy's Campi Flegrei supervolcano region in decades struck on Monday evening. The 4.4 magnitude earthquake caused mild damage in the nearby town of Pozzuoli and as far away as the city of Naples, Italian authorities said. The quake, which occurred at a depth of 3 kilometers, was part of an ongoing seismic storm, which has seen more than a dozen events over 2.0 magnitude in recent days. The 4.4 tremblor at 8:10 p.m. local time came just an hour after a 3.5 earthquake an hour earlier, the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology said. The agency recorded more than 1,000 earthquakes in the area in April 2024, but most had a magnitude of less than 1.0, meaning they were extremely mild. The constellation of ancient volcanic craters sits across the Bay of Naples from Pompeii, where thousands were incinerated by Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. However, it is a much bigger volcano than Vesuvius, and if it ever exploded at full force could kill hundreds of thousands. Some 500,000 people live in the immediate region around Campi Flegrei. The last major eruption of the supervolcano was in 1538. The Campi Flegrei caldera has a diameter of about 12 to 15 kilometers, 7.5 to 9.3 miles, and last erupted in 1538. One of its biggest eruptions took place some 39,000 years ago and might have led to the extinction of Neanderthal man, researchers believe. The INGV has noted an increase of seismic activity since 2022, with Giuseppe De Natale, the former head of the Vesuvius Observatory at INGV, previously warning of the need for evacuation plans. The Italian Civil Protection Agency said it has been working to update evacuation plans in the event of a major disaster. An earthquake measuring 4.2 on the SR hit Naples on Wednesday, the 27th of September 2023 morning. This was the strongest shaking the volcanic area, known as Campi Flegrei or Phlegrean Fields, has experienced in more than 4 decades. The name of the area comes from a Greek word meaning burnt field. This was one of many small, but the strongest, earthquakes to hit the region recently. Both experts and the public fear this shaking could cause a supervolcano to erupt and force people to carry out mass evacuations. Many residents in the area have prepared emergency bags in case there is a need for sudden evacuation. The volcanic region near Naples spans about 180 square kilometers, nearly 70 square miles, and the epicenter of the recent earthquake was in the Campi Flegrei region. Although thousands of small earthquakes have been felt in the region since 2019, their frequency and intensity has increased this year. This raises suspicions whether the volcano that appears beneath the surface will erupt in the near future. The Italian government's Civil Protection Department has warned that seismic activity is a more pressing problem than current volcanic eruptions, and that more earthquakes may occur. On their social media channels, they noted that the recent earthquake did not cause major damage. Furthermore, they have asked local authorities to inspect the buildings for damage to identify weaknesses in case another aftershock occurs in the future. Experts believe that the threat of volcanic activity comes from a geological phenomenon called bradyseism that is common in the region. This is the vertical movement of the ground, in this case ascent, due to pressure from the magma beneath it. In the early 1980s, a similar increase in earthquakes was also felt in the region without causing volcanic eruptions. Although Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, INGV, has issued a warning that there will be more earthquakes in the coming days. So far, there has been no visible evidence of rising magma. The Campi Flegrei region has always been formed mainly through explosive eruptions. If this happens again, we might see the formation of a tall eruption column made of gas, lava debris, and ash. This can cause volcanic material to fall into the surrounding area. The debris can fly for kilometers. Remember the extreme example of Greenland. When an eruption occurs, the volcano can emit pyroclastic flows which are characterized by avalanches of gas, ash, and volcanic fragments moving at high temperatures and speeds. If the eruption is strong enough, it could affect global temperatures and climate, and potentially lead to warmer winters in the northern hemisphere.